Hey guys, welcome back to the 25 Days of Christmas in Rowe Country. Today we're taking these beautiful ornaments that I found at the Dollar Tree and we are going to create a piece that is beautiful for this Christmas season. Stay tuned. Okay everybody, so we're going to take this candle plate and some ink chalk paint and we're going to give that a really nice coat, so that the mirror that we put on top of this piece will sit up and it will absorb any of the extra light. We really want this mirror to be what reflects any light that hits this piece. I'm just going to take some hot glue and attach it to the three little feet. Guys, I just want to say, hey, welcome back to Rowe Country. Welcome if you are new. Don't forget to hit subscribe. I'm really hoping that you guys are loving this 25 Days of Christmas series that I have going on the channel right now. Okay, so this is the bottom of the candle plate, and we are going to just take any candlestick that you might have that would be large enough to hold the candle plate, and we want to be sure that everything is nice and level. I'm using this one that I picked up at the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to take some hot glue around the edge of this. This will give me a hold that will be good throughout the season. If you want a more permanent hold, definitely use some E6000 super glue gel, maybe some Fix-All from the Dollar Tree. I like to take my pieces apart so that they're easier for me to store away, you know, season after season. So that's why I'm just using hot glue in this case. Now, of course, filming when you are working on something that is reflective is a little challenging. I'm just trying to keep the ring light from glaring back at the screen. I'm sorry, guys. So these beautiful ornaments have a hanger, and I want to remove them. I don't want the hangers to remain on these pieces when I place them down. What I'm going to do is use my hot glue gun to remove the round portion, and I'm also going to bring in just a pair of needle nose pliers. If you do not have a detailed hot glue gun like I have, then my recommendation would be just to take a little like handsaw or even an emery board and work on getting the round piece off. The other option, of course, is to just leave it on and put something over it to mask it, but I really wanted to remove mine, and I found that my detailed hot glue gun really did work in this case. It just melted the plastic enough so that I could remove it from the top of this dancer's head. And then what I end up doing is bringing back my hot glue gun again and using the side in this manner here to just melt down any of the rough piece that might have been left over. The needle nose pliers do help with this. Guys, you know, I practiced with this on an extra ornament, and this was the best way for this to work for me. So I'm just going to caution that if you try this, please be careful. This is a hot glue gun. You do not want to get burned, and you definitely don't want to ruin your piece. So I had to go back over this a number of times because there were little parts that were sticking up and I just didn't like the look of them. But this is going to be personal preference for you. How far do you want to take this DIY? That's something that I am going to leave up to you. But this is what I end up with after I go ahead and take these steps. Guys, when I found these at the Dollar Tree, I just was so ecstatic. These are so well done. They're beautiful. I love the skirts that they are wearing, or the tutus that they're wearing. And I do also like this little gem detail that goes around the waist of each one of these dancers. I was able to find 3 different poses, and I'm going to use all 3 today in today's video. But I wanted to bring this a little more modern country farmhouse for myself. So what I'm doing is I'm using my detailed scissors to just pry away where they hot glued the first gem to the dancer. And once that's free, you're really easily able to just pull away at those gems. They do not come apart, and you're able to remove it from the dancer's waist. So what I have is this thin black and white gingham or buffalo check ribbon that I was able to pick up at Michael's. And I did get it, you know, on with a coupon. So really it's comparable to the Dollar Tree ribbon. And I'm going to bring these modern country farmhouse, if it is at all possible, to bring a beautiful ballerina into that decor. This is how I'm going to do it. So I just take this ribbon and I wrap it around the waist of the dancer, just as I had removed the gems. And then I'm just using a little bit of hot glue and tacking that ribbon down around her waist here and there. I'm not using a lot of hot glue, but I am doing it so that the ribbon, you know, is nice and flat against the dancer's waist. And then we're going to bring back those gems that we took off, and we're going to wrap that around the ribbon that we're putting down now. So that brings the modern country farmhouse look, but also glams her back up to where she was before we took those off of her waist. And guys, I think we achieved a modern farmhouse glam look for both of these dancers. I'm also doing that with the third pose that I was able to find at the Dollar Tree when I picked these up. These are so pretty. They're so iridescent and I absolutely love them. But I want them to stand in their poses on top of the mirror. And how I'm going to achieve that is I'm using super glue gel and some hot glue. Guys, some of these dancers are on point. You know, for this dancer, she's only standing on her toes. There is no flat part to her foot to make her sit absolutely flat. You could take an emery board and sand her foot down if you wanted to. I decided not to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build up super glue gel and hot glue to put her in place. Now I am going to warn at this point that this is the part of the DIY where you need to have a few minutes to sit and hold your dancer in the position that you want her to be in. Sometimes, guys, when we do DIYs, you know, you have to put in the work to make the result be what you want it to be, and this is one of those. I was afraid to sand down her foot. I think in hindsight, I might have actually tried it. And if I pick up any more of these dancers, I might actually do this and put these out, you know, as a set of 3 so that each dancer has their own place to be standing. But back to this DIY. So I'm just going to go ahead and layer up the hot glue and the super glue gel. And guys, it's not beautiful, okay? This is the part of the DIY where you're very thankful that you are going to be covering their feet for the most part. Now, this dancer does have some flat parts. She was super easy to put into place. Her front foot is actually flat, and then her back toe or back foot is pointed. You know, just use what you need to use to get these girls to stand. I promise you, in the end, the result of this is worth the effort. And I took some more of that ribbon and wrapped it around the base of this and added a little candle in the middle of them. And here are my 3 girls. I have them standing in this position so that they look as though they are dancing around in a circle. These are beautiful ballerinas, and that glow of the tea light from the Dollar Tree really takes this up a level. The snow that I was able to put down on this is actually from the Dollar Tree as well. And as it fell into the stand, the girls and their beautiful skirts, tutus, they picked up that snow as well, and everything just absolutely glistens, and it is so pretty. Guys, in person, this is way prettier than how it is coming across on the screen. These girls' bodies are iridescent. They pick up light in different ways, and they glisten as though they are actually glass. These are top-notch Dollar Tree items. I just cannot get over it, and I am really loving how this entire piece turned out. Now, as I mentioned, I was able to find 3 poses. There is one girl on point, and she's sort of in the back with both of her arms raised. And then each of the ones that are sort of on the side or flanking her, one of them is on point, the other is sort of standing with her foot pointed. That, you know, modern farmhouse feel that this has does not take away at all from their beauty. This is what they look like in regular daylight. Well, actually with my ring light, but you know, I was showing you the darker version. That is the lighter version. And this is how I'm actually going to display this for my Christmas holiday season with this candle ring that I also picked up at the Dollar Tree, guys. I am floored at how beautiful this actually turned out. And guys, this all came from the Dollar Tree. Can you believe it? This has been part of my 25 days of Christmas here in Rowe Country. I really hope that you liked today's video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this DIY and if you might be trying it for yourself. While you're here, if you're not yet, please go ahead and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that you know when I upload a new video. And while you're here, go ahead and watch another video. And until next time, I'll see you then. Bye!